Welcome to Twisted Liquid RC Boats. This episode of Twisted Liquid RC Boats is proudly brought to you by Blazer Marine. Interested in an RC hydroplane? Check out blazermarine.com. Also, this episode is proudly brought to you by Slycat Racing. For all of your RC boat needs, slycatracing.com. Good day, everybody. Welcome back to Twisted Liquid RC Boats and a continuation in our Blazer Marine Lauterbach build. Now today, guys, on the channel, we're going to conquer getting our second side doubler in place, and we're not going to waste no time at all in doing it, because I mixed up a coat of West Systems epoxy and have it applied to both of the surfaces. And I'm going to take my time and I'm going to slide the second side doubler down in place. And I'm going to clamp it and adhere it to the side of the boat like we done with the other side in the last episode. Now, this is an identical procedure. We're not doing anything different than what we've done before. But as we're doing it, I'm going to emphasize a couple points. The edge on the non-trip, as you sand it and get it fit for this piece to go onto, increases in width. It gives you a great surface area to get your epoxy against. You only need to do the outside edges on this side doubler piece right here to go against the shear batten and the rear non-trip. Coat the whole area right here so that the side doubler is a laminate procedure and it goes together for you very well. A little bit of a larger clip right here because you're adhering three pieces together, two side doublers and your former stringer. Note again, guys, I got some wax paper put down. You're going to be adhering two pieces right here where epoxy could easily squeeze out to and could adhere to the jig of your boat. So lay down some wax paper. Try and keep your clips up off the edge a little bit. That way they won't stick to your boat. Make sure all your slots and everything are lined up perfectly. And as you get it all done, come in with your binder clips and start drawing the piece in evenly and get it on the boat. Not super hard work at all, but you've got to get it done. And we can move on to other pieces once we get this side doubler done today, which is great. Now, up until now, the only little part that I haven't done in the order of the manual is I haven't put the basswood sticks in yet, right here between the transom and bulkhead 4, which they asked us to do. But the basswood sticks are more for surface area, for putting your skins, your sheeting to on this boat. And up to now, guys, I want you to notice how we've been building this boat. Every piece we've put on it has added major rigidity and strength to this frame. And if you guys didn't notice, I kept angled aluminum and binder clips on those two bulkheads, number 2 and number 3, so that they stayed extra square and perfect while I was adhering the shear batten, the non-trip, and this side doubler. So if you want to use that little tip to help you, by all means go ahead and do so. Right now, once I get a few more clips right here, I'm going to actually just pull that in on the back and see how it's looking. And I think that it will be quite fine, because when I done my dry fit, I was really fussy about it. And I made sure that that had a perfect edge on the inside once I laid this in place. And guys, no lies, I've had that side on and off that boat a dozen times now. And the reason I've done it is because if you dry fit all these pieces perfectly first, everything should go together and should line up really nice for you. Now once again, I have no gap in here with the way that piece is just held there by hand, which tells me that I'm getting the side on this boat with a nice gradual curve. No waviness, no distortion in any way. And if you take your time and you keep doing it, the epoxy is literally holding it to the boat in perfect position. You can just gradually push it back as you're going. I'm not putting any excessive pressure there at all. I'm just flexing the piece in really nice and gently. As I do, I'll draw it in with some binder clips so it can't separate here from the shear batten. Not hard work, just work that takes a little patience, guys. That's all. And I've called this precision woodworking here before, which is exactly what it is. It's precision woodworking. As you're going, make sure you keep this piece flush. All this should go together nice and flush. Everything should fit together perfectly. And if it is, you're probably constructing this boat pretty good. You shouldn't have to force anything here. You really shouldn't. And I bet you even with just those binder clamps, there's that good of a dry fit on that it'll stay against the non-trip for me with no gap. And once again, when I get all this set up here now, I'm going to walk away. I'm going to let the epoxy do its work. Use your eyes. I can't stress it enough. Use your eyes. Now, if I took the camera and showed you right in there now between this side doubler and the rear non-trip, I have no gap whatsoever. Everything is sitting flush right at the angle that it should be. So that tells me that things are going together really, really nice here. Now, just for a little bit of added security, so nothing moves on me, while this sits for hours and hours and hours, I'm just going to add a slide clamp right here on the bulkheads. I'm only using light finger pressure here, guys. I am not cranking on that whatsoever or anything like that. Just a mere snugging so it will keep the side doubler in against the bulkhead while it's curing. It can't come out off of it. Same right here on this bulkhead. No big stress whatsoever. Let the piece of wood fit the boat on its own. And you'll have a nice fitment on your boat. Now when I done this the last time, I did take a couple of these clamps. And I just laid them in here like so. Make sure you don't adhere anything to the boat while you're doing this. There's very little spring tension on these. They are just to keep it from separating for any reason whatsoever. And as the gap got bigger right here, I used a larger spring clamp. Same thing, just light pressure to keep everything together. Try and keep it up off your shear batten. I'm not even forcing anything, it's just holding it is all it's doing for me. I'm right there now, with a quick glance, all around on the inside. That second side doubler is perfect against that non-trip. It's flush around all my edges on my first side doubler. Needs to slide down slightly right there. Nothing that finger pressure won't get. That's perfect. It's flush all along the top edge right here like I want it. It's flush right back to the transom like I want it. Now right there the last time, so this couldn't slide or slip because of the epoxy being slippery, I added a little tiny C-clamp right here just to pinch it and hold them together. You are doing it on the overhang that is past the transom. You are going to sand that off later on. And that keeps them at a perfect flush height so they can't move while it's curing. And just run your finger over the edge. You'll know when you got it all done right. You can feel it. It's a flush edge all around. It's exactly like you want it. It's right against your rear non-trip perfect. It's in against your transom perfect. And you have your two pieces laminated together on your first side doubler. Now guys, it's simple clamps and binder clamps. Epoxy application. Take your time. Like I've said, don't be in a rush. Do it a step at a time. We're constantly adding strength and rigidity to the boat with every piece we done. And we still have to secure the bow of this boat. The keel is still loose, but they want us to get other work done. So here's the order we're going to go from here. And we're going to follow the manual. And then I'm going to get one little step done that I need to do. And we're going to progress on with our sponsons. After this side doubler cures, they want us to move on and get these nose extension pieces installed right here that are 1/16 of an inch thick also and act as a doubler coming up around the nose bow of the boat. So we're going to get the two of them in next, which is our next step and our next procedure. Now then, I have two edges I have left to get sanded off of this rear non-trip for the bottom floor. Once I get these pieces in place and the side doublers are done, I'm confident enough that I have enough strength and rigidity built into this boat that I can flip it over, sand these two edges I have to do, and bring my boat back down to my original work surface on my jig and eliminate my temporary workpiece that I put in order to get the non-trips in the boat. Now guys, this is out of the manual. This is not what the manual is saying. This is just the way I'm doing it, because I'm approaching this slowly and doing the non-trip shaping on the boat. But it's not going to really affect anything, because as soon as I get that sanding done, I can lay the boat flat back down on my work surface and secure it again. And I've only got the boat weighted right here with weights, with a paint tin and a steel plate here. It's keeping the frame perfectly flat like I want it. I've only got one clamp on the boat the whole time I've been constructing it. And everything right now is staying square. Even this side doubler that I put on. If I lay my square against it, it's square. So by paying attention to what you're doing is my point, and doing it right, you can add pieces to your jig, add pieces to your boat, and then remove them and do what you got to do. Just think about what you're doing. And as, like I say, we get these pieces on, we're putting a lot of strength and a lot of rigidity in this boat, so it's going to make it harder for the boat to flex. So I think I'm not going to have any issue at all in just adding these second nose doublers up here. Once this is cured, I'm going to take the boat off the jig, do my sanding work that I got to do on the bottom of my rear non-trips. I'll take this piece of MDF out that I added into the jig. I can lower my boat back down to my work surface, because after these guys, we got to get these sponsons built. So you're up to speed on what we're going to do. You understand the procedure and the way I'm going to do it. So you can look forward in the next episode to getting the nose doublers on the boat. And then I'm not going to bore you with that sanding work. I'm going to do it off camera. But then you're going to see the boat sitting flat back down on its original table. And we're getting at them sponsons. Can't thank you guys enough for watching the build of the Blazer Marine Lauterbach. I hope you guys are enjoying this build series. I'm trying to show you all the construction of this boat. Like I've said throughout the episodes, I don't want to bore you with epoxy application. Epoxy application is common sense. I'm using West Systems G-Flex. You mix it in equal portions. I mix it for approximately 3 to 4 minutes very well. I'm using graduated measuring cups. For this mix right here, I've done 3 milliliters of epoxy, 3 milliliters of hardener, 6 milliliters total to adhere these two pieces onto the boat. And it was more than enough for an adequate mix. So now I've got to let the epoxy do its work and everything will be fine. Like I say, guys, I can't thank you enough for watching the build of the Blazer Marine Lauterbach. I hope you're enjoying it. I want you to take care of yourself out there. I want you to have a really good day. And I'm going to catch you in the next episode. Thanks for watching, everyone. Feel free to like and subscribe. Take care and stay safe.